Welcome back to the live stream, y'all. So, I got a lot to go over and not a lot of time to do this. So, buckle in. We're going to be following up on last week's challenge, checking in with you guys, and then I'm going to be giving you this week's camera confidence challenge because um, realistically, I wanted to kind of start from square one when it came to how we are actually envisioning. Um, Me getting you ready to be live on camera. I had to step it back a little bit. I had to start from square one instead of trying to get y'all recording immediately. And so, as a result, last week's assignment was just sit with the camera on. You don't need to say anything, just sit with the camera on and look into the camera and get your nervous system used to the concept of being on camera where it doesn't feel like an existential threat to you and to your person. And so that's what we worked on last week. Um, there was another activity I had for my paid community, but for the school community specifically, but for the general community, for the larger group, I just want y'all to get comfortable with the feeling of a camera being on you. Okay. And so that's what last week's exercise was really about. So this week we're going to follow up on last week's exercise, and I'll give you another step, another thing to get you really feeling comfortable on camera, so that we can start walking you into the minimum viable video. Okay, so for those that don't know, my name is Brian. And my mission this year is to get you recording your own content as a business owner so that you can take advantage of the tremendous opportunities that are available on social media for video content. The reality is, nobody wants to see your ad. And if it looks like an ad, if it's scented like an ad, if it's kind of phrased like an ad, people are going to skip right past it. And so the way that you need to engage your customers is provide provide content, provide stuff that actually improves their life or gives them some a new way to do things, or gives them an insight, or entertains them, or gives them a glimpse behind the curtain of how you do things on a daily basis. And so that's what I'm here to teach you. Okay. I think every business needs to have kind of a content, either a content strategy or a department whose job it is to provide content. And so that's really what my goal is today, getting you comfortable on camera. What's going on, Alex? How you doing today? We're gonna keep powering through, y'all. So last week's assignment, like I said, was kind of staring into the camera, just getting your nervous system used to the concept of being on camera. Okay. Last week you sat down with the lens. This week I want to separate your voice from your visibility. And so what that means is, in this live stream, the next exercise in the camera confidence curriculum is to break this cycle of self judgment that you have for yourself. Okay. And then I'm going to be announcing a new brick and mortar kind of project that I'm working on, that came about really fast. And the direction of this channel moving forward, where I'm still going to be focusing on teaching you stuff, but I'm going to give you a glimpse behind the scenes of what I'm doing to basically grow my content channel, grow a content business, grow a video studio that I'm going to be launching here. Um, Why do you have no viewers? I ain't worried about it. Um, I'm not worried as much about the YouTube video viewers as much. I do have a couple of audiences that are seeing this elsewhere, and so I'm locked in on business owners. Really, that's really what I'm focusing on. Are people that are about getting their money, and so I know that's going to be a smaller niche of people that are just kind of tuning in just to kind of see what I'm doing. So, and it's working so far. So. And a lot of things is, I teach business owners they ain't got to have a huge audience to make some money on social media. And so, me not having viewers, enough people see my stuff and comment and put money in my pocket, so I ain't worried about it. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Amber? So this week, like I said, this is week 2 in the camera confidence program. Okay. So let's see where we're at here. Ideally, if you did the exercise last week, you should be a little bit more comfortable. I wanted you to turn on the camera 30 to 60 to 90 seconds a day. Just turn on the camera and just sit there and get used to the idea of being on camera and seeing yourself on camera, so that your nervous system doesn't see that as a threat. to you. Okay. And so this week, what I'm looking at is you did the hard part last week. You're in front of a camera. You taught your nervous system that it's not a physical threat to you. Okay. Many of you said that it was calming. The feedback I got that it was really good. It helped them get a measure of comfort on camera. And so that's the real world feedback I'm looking for. But now here's the next layer. Um, I worked in radio for like 4 years in college, and the thing I never got to used to was hearing my own voice. And that can be a barrier to people getting online and putting their stuff out there is hearing your own voice outside of you. Like you hear your voice in your head, but hearing your own voice play back to you is challenging. And so I want to get you past the fear of speaking on camera. Okay. So the moment you think about speaking on camera, that self-judgment kicks in. You start monitoring your tone. You start trying to account for your ums and ahs. Realistically, if you got some of these softwares that I use, like Descript or Riverside or whatever, ums and ahs aren't really that big of a deal. They can remove filler words, so you don't really need to think about it. But you start getting too much into your own headspace about how you sound on camera. And so this week's assignment, this week's exercise is to get you past that. Okay. And so this is the voice before visibility exercise. This is week 2 exercise to get you confident on camera. All right. So the concept is you already speak fluently when you're not thinking about it. This exercise connects you to that natural state by removing the visual feedback loop, i.e., we're going to cover the camera lens and you're going to talk and record yourself talking without having the camera lens on you or without having it see you. The camera's still on and it's still recording your voice, but you're not going to have that visual feedback to judge yourself. Okay. So this is blind speaking. Okay. So I want you to get your camera, whatever camera you're using, and cover it with a sticky note, your thumb, anything. I just want it blocked. I don't want you to be able to see yourself, and record audio only for 60 seconds. Talk about your day, talk about a thought you had, nothing definitive, no structure, just talk. Okay. And then immediately delete it. Don't listen to it. Don't review it. It's not about the content. It's about the act of speaking without seeing. Okay. About the Prime Minister of India. Hey man, how's your mood? I'm doing all right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm kind of all over the place and I don't have a heck of a whole lot of time. I don't have an opinion about the Prime Minister of India right now. I don't have enough information to have an opinion about it. And that's kind of where I'm at. All right. So the goal is what I want you to do this week's exercise. It's about speaking. It's about blind speaking. So cover your lens, turn on your camera, cover your lens with a sticky note or whatever you can cover it with, and speak for 60 seconds about anything that you want to talk about. And then immediately go back and delete it. This exercise is about getting comfortable speaking without looking at yourself and without judging yourself. Okay. So that's the free community. Your assignment is to do this once, record 60 seconds of audio with the lens covered and delete it. And then just in the free community post, week 2 assignment completed. That's all I'm asking for. In the paid community, I want you to do this 3 times a week. After the 3rd time, I want you to post it in the community, answer the question. The biggest difference I noticed was, what is the difference after you've tried this a couple of different times? Did you get more comfortable speaking on camera? Did you feel less comfortable? That feedback helps me out a ton. Okay. So that's your assignment. Do this once and if you're in the free community, you can do this as many times as you want. But for the paid community, I want this assignment done a minimum of 3 times. Okay. Just take a sticky note, cover the lens, and talk about whatever you want to, and do it 3 times. And then after that last time, come back to the community and talk about the difference between the first time and the last time. Okay. This is really about just getting you confident and comfortable with the camera in your face. Okay. And realize that because the other side is I want you to not put on a character when the camera activates. And a lot of times people do that on social media. Camera comes on, they turn into a character or a parody of themselves. Um, from a marketing standpoint, I want you to present yourself as who you are on camera and the person that your customers are going to see. Because if you are this bombastic, over the top personality on camera, and when the customers come in and see you, you're just kind of this subdued, kind of mellow person. There's going to be there's going to be a disconnect. It's not going to be congruent to what their expectations are, and that can kind of confuse whatever customers you're working on. So I don't want you to get into the habit of the camera come on and now you got to be the character. That is not beneficial to sustained growth, and that will wear you out faster than anything else. Okay. So that's what this week's assignment is. Blind speaking, put a sticky note over the lens of your camera, record yourself talking for like 60 seconds about anything, and then delete it. I'm just trying to get you in the concept, into the getting used to the flow of talking to camera. That's it. That's all. Okay. Hey, how's it going? So, the next thing I want to announce after we got this week's assignment to get comfortable on camera, um, the next thing I want to announce is I've been building something quietly in the background, and an opportunity came up that it's something that I've built, but it didn't get executed quite the way I wanted it to, and so I have an opportunity to open up or basically reopen my studio. Um, and this is going to be a recording space that is designed to help business owners record content for their businesses. And this can be internal stuff like trainings and things along those lines. And it could be public facing stuff like podcasts and things along those lines. Or product descriptions or introduction videos to the website. Really, it's a place for professionals who want to come in and record content to further their business interests. I'm calling it the Media Lab by I Sell Words. And so I have a location, I got a storefront. This week, I'm gonna be working on getting the first couple of specials out there and telling people about it. I do already have my first clients lined up for this thing, but really, I wanted a space where business owners can come in, create content, and get guidance where it's really comfortable, as opposed to me packing all my equipment, going out to your business, and going through the whole rigmarole of prepping you to be on camera. I'd rather you come into my space where the set's already set up, the lighting's already dialed in, and all we need to do is sit down and record. In addition, the media room is going to have you're going to have the recording aspect of it, where we'll be recording audio and video for to advance your business, but then also you're going to be getting consulting. My years and years as of experience as a strategist and marketing consultant, you're getting that. So not only do you get the content, but then also I'm going to be telling you how to deploy it, how to use it, maybe come up with a content strategy that maximizes the content we just created. And so that's what the concept is. And so I'm really excited. Once I get in the space, you're going to kind of we'll probably do a live and you can kind of see what kind of space I'm working with. But that is the next iteration of the content to cash machine, is going to be the media room. And I'm going to have workshops to teach people how to get comfortable on camera, live trainings. There's going to be a lot of other stuff going on in this space. And it's really just about teaching regular people how to get on camera and expand their digital footprint for their business or personal brand or whatever. Okay. So that's the thing I'm announcing. I'm really, really excited about it. And I'm in the early planning stages of this whole thing. Okay. Like I said, the problem I saw, the business owners know they need content, but they hate making it. It takes away time. It's technical, feels awkward. They have $1 million business, but it looks like they're making videos in their basement. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Man, I'll explain that in a subsequent live stream. But they just want to show up, talk, and have the content happen, and maybe have somebody on the back end that can help them with the editing process, or even they can pay to edit it, or somebody who can, okay, now that we recorded the video, here's a strategy to help maximize your audience, make sure that you are speaking directly to the avatar or the client that you want to engage. Okay. So I'm building the solution. Like I said, the Media Room by I Sell Words. It's a content studio for business owners. I may open up some lanes for more, people that are doing passion projects or whatnot. But from a revenue standpoint, from a consistency standpoint, initially we're going to start with professionals and then step it back for people that are looking to step into it. And I'll have workshops for people, just giving them basics of content creation and things along those lines. Okay. But it's a place where you can walk in, have a conversation, walk out with a month of professionally shot, edited content. Okay. No tech headaches, no awkwardness, just your expertise captured. Okay. And I'm building it in public. So for the next 5 months, you guys are going to get a chance to see behind the scenes of me building out my content studio. Okay. And this channel is going to document the process of building it. So if you are in the videography space, or if you're in the marketing space, you guys get a chance to see me put myself in the laboratory and work through this thing myself. It's going to be fun. And so you're going to see me try to take this from an idea to something that's viable and a durable business in 5 months. I got a 5-month window to make things happen. Okay. You'll see the wins, you'll see the mistakes, but I'm putting the process out there for you guys to see. And to me, that's the most valuable content. Again, I don't really care about, the virality side of things. My bottom line is, does this thing make money for you at the end of the day? And if you're serious about this content game, that's really what this is does this thing meet my bottom line? Does it express my creative vision? But at the same time, is this thing beneficial or profitable to me? Money isn't the only way that you can generate a profit. Sometimes something can be profitable to you emotionally. Okay. So I'm building this in public. All right. I will be posting links if you guys are local, if you're in the Omaha metro area and you're interested. This location is going to be in Bellevue, right off the interstate. But if you're interested in it, I'll be putting up links. If you're a professional who wants to be kind of in my beta group of clients and get some benefit from, that launch client discount thing, I will absolutely be posting links a little bit later on this week. Okay. If you're interested and want to see the behind the scenes and see how the sausage is made about launching my own studio, you guys get a chance to see it and walk with me. Okay. If you want behind the scenes strategies, the numbers, the deep dives, how I'm building this, that's what the paid community is going to be for, where I actually go and break down some aspects of the marketing strategy and the business strategy. Okay. So, again, let's recap. This week, the school community, for my paid community, this is the camera confidence assignment. Last week you sat with the lens. This week we're going to separate your voice from your visibility. So the goal is, I want you to turn on your camera, put a sticky note over the lens, hit record, and record yourself talking about anything for 60 seconds 3 times this week. And then after the 3rd time, I need you to post in the community how you felt about it. Like if you notice the difference between the 1st and 3rd time. Okay. And in both communities, once you've done it, just post done and let me know how you felt about it. If you feel a little bit more confident, if you got a little bit more comfortable, if it was an uncomfortable experience for you, and how you dealt with it. I need to kind of know how you're feeling about it so that I know that the information I'm providing is making you comfortable. Okay. Paid community, I want you to do it at least 3 times. Free community, if you want to, you can do it 3 times. But realistically, I just want you to put a lens over the camera and record yourself talking for 60 seconds without the visual component. Okay. The paid community, the biggest difference I noticed was, so once you get past that 3rd one, you do that 3rd recording, then I want you to give me the feedback on what the biggest difference you noticed was. Okay. This exercise reconnects you to your natural speaking flow without turning on, without being a character or a caricature of yourself. So that's what I got for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys are doing the assignments. This is about getting you comfortable speaking on camera. And like I said, it is what it is. I'm not about huge audiences. I'm about reaching the people that matter to me. And I've been getting some good feedback about the stuff I'm doing. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep showing up every Monday, hopefully getting you confident on camera so I can get you ready to hit record and start making your own content. This has been the Content to Cash Machine. I've been Brian. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.